Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Nighthawk Motors, and today we're going to be taking a peek behind the front wheel to see if we can find out what that noise is coming from, if it's the wheel bearing or if it's something else. I had a couple comments on my last video about this subject saying that it might actually be brake clips, which actually are essentially these thin metal, thin stainless steel metal clips that hold the brake pad in place so it doesn't move around too much, but it allows it to move off the rotor. It's kind of hard to explain without like a diagram, but they're essentially there to make sure your brake pad's always centered and right in the right spot for when you need your brakes. But the specific viewer was saying that the brake clips might actually be causing a noise, so I just want to take a look in there. I'm not going to dig too deep into this. I'm probably just going to take the wheel off, take a look, see if I can find anything. If I do find something interesting, I might be willing to take the caliper and rotor off, just so I can see if it is the bearing. Now, I did have it over at a dealership when this problem first started, probably like 6 months ago, and that was, maybe it was 8 months ago. Either way, that was like 10,000 miles ago, and the noise has gotten a lot worse. And people actually look at me when I'm driving this car now, because they hear the noise and probably wondering, like, what the heck is going on with that brand new car? But without further ado, we're going to get into this and start breaking everything down. That means I get to use my trusty impact gun. I love this thing. This thing's awesome. This thing does not have a limited slip differential. It's an open differential, which means it is in park, right? The car is in park. But since that differential is open, if I spin this tire this way and go on the other side and spin it the same rotation backwards, it should go the other way. Yeah, so as you can see, it is an open differential. There is no limited slip in this car, and it really isn't much of a point for them. But let's get back to the subject at hand. We have to get this off here first, this locking lug nut, which many of you probably know this. I hope you do. But if you don't, every car should have a little set that has tools. Get it out. Now this is your locking lug nut tool. You do not want to use an impact gun on this, but to be honest, a lot of shops and tire shops will use impact guns on this and wreck it for you, and it's kind of annoying when they do that, because then you have to buy a whole new set of lockers. Okay, so that is the right size. There's that wrong one. Now, I did lift it up off the ground fully. The best way to get this off is you just let the tire touch the ground. So I'm going to go let the front of the car down for a second, and then we'll be able to get this off without having the tire spin on us. Get out, mosquito. Alright, so I'll use my trusty cheap torque wrench like I did last time in the oil change video. The viewer suggested not to use this when you're just unbolting stuff, which you really shouldn't, because it can throw off the calibration. But I'm not too worried about this. It's cheap and I'm not doing any engine work. But just for the sake of not getting yelled at in the comments, we're going to use a breaker bar. Okay, there's the locking lug nut right there. For the rest of these, we're going to use impact gun, but we can put it back off the ground. For the sake, we're going to use some of these jack stands and put it underneath the jack points in the car. As you can see, I just put them direct under there. I'm not going to have them touch. This is just going to act as a catch, just in case something bad happens, which Most likely won't, but it's not worth taking a chance. Let me show you real quick. I like the fact that Honda actually uses aluminum parts. A lot of the American companies won't use aluminum parts, and I don't understand the point of it. I mean, we live, what is it, 2018? All cars should be coming with aluminum subframes and stuff because it's so much lighter and it doesn't affect the structural integrity. Car's still plenty safe. It won't break by hitting a bad bump or anything. So it saves so much weight and mass to get off the line, which saves gas and everything. Now this is kind of interesting. Look up here. They have a little bumper thing, it looks like. This is most likely for shock absorption. Probably prevents some kind of harmonic from happening between the end link and the strut. I've never seen something like that on a strut before. I wonder if that's what that's actually for. That would be my guess. Write in the comments what you think that is. I believe it's a harmonic. To catch harmonics and keep it from annoying people, stuff like that. There's still plenty of brake life left on this thing. Let me show you a little. Come on, GoPro. There we go. Alright, so. Now, as you can see in there, it's got 15,000 miles on it. And I'm not that easy on the brakes, but there's still plenty of pad life left on that side. I need to get a light for in there. No, there's still plenty of brake life. See, still plenty of pad life there. Oh, look at this. It's a little crush. They hit it with a hammer or something like that to keep from spinning off. Probably also to make sure nobody's messing with it. Alright. So that's not the noise I'm hearing, that's standard brake noise. I mean, everything in there, including the clips for the brakes, are all cleared by at least 1/8 of an inch, which is plenty. The only thing left is either something up in the transfer case, not really a transfer case, but the transmission, or I don't think a CV joint would make that noise, so it's got to be wheel bearings. And there is a slight bit of movement, just a slight bit of movement in the wheel bearing. And I smell grease. So I'm wondering if I take this brake off, what will we see? Okay, so some of you might be bothered by that caliper just chilling there, so we got some string to wrap it up with. It's really on there. Jesus. Look at that. That thing's really on there. How do they expect me to get that off if it's going to break a bit? Shattered clean off. Glad that didn't go in my eye. Huh. They Loctite it? Man. These must be some really cheap bits. Otherwise this thing's really in there. Another one broke. Just cheapo bits. Garbage bits, man. These things are done. I broke 2 of those. They're thick too. It's not budging. She's going back together. I'm not gonna risk having that thing break off in there. I'd rather have somebody that has more experience getting this type of thing out. Get it out with maybe like a blowtorch when the brakes are ready to come off. But that thing, that is not good. Whoever put that in there, I wonder if they cross-threaded it or stripped it, because that is not coming out. Broke 2 bits, and the other bit I had didn't break, but it just wasn't doing it. And that impact should have taken it out of there. So I don't know if the heat distorted something in here or what, but that's going to have to get drilled out when the brake's going to get done. Or when I take it back to the Honda dealer and have them take a look at the wheel bearings. Either way, I'm not going to screw with it anymore. I don't feel like going down that hole. So I'm going to put it back together. Oh, I just found a nail in the tire. Right there. I want to see how deep that thing is. I have a patch kit inside if I need it. There it is. Not too deep. I don't hear any hissing. Probably put a little soap water in there just to check, but I think it's fine. Okay, so apparently the lug nut torque spec's 80 foot-pounds again. So we have that set. Just go ahead and do them in a star pattern. So I'm going to start here, like that, and like that. Already tight enough. know if I should go full spec with that. I should be able to. I'm not gonna risk it. Yep. That's good. Alright, so we didn't learn a lot. We didn't find anything wrong immediately. Doesn't seem like the clips are making the noise. So that really leaves wheel bearings, CV axle, or something with the transmission. And I'm hoping it's nothing with the transmission, because there's a lot of cars with this issue. It would be a lot easier to get repaired just the wheel bearings rather than a whole transmission. I don't see any fluids leaking out of the transmission. I really think it's the wheel bearings, because you can get the noise to change a little bit depending on how you drive. If you go around a corner or just give your car a little turn, it changes pitches a little bit. So I really think it's the wheel bearings. Next step is to take it back to the Honda dealer and just say, hey, look, I want you to go for a ride along with me, and I'm going to drive them next to a wall, because that's when you can really hear it, is when you're next to a wall or a large curb, because the sound reflects off the solid surface, obviously. And if they still try to tell me there's no noise, I'm going to have to get in contact with Honda North America and see what they want to do. Because, to be honest with you, I bought this car for reliability, so I won't have to fuss with this type of stuff. I just wanted a car I could drive around, not have to take it to the shop other than normal oil changes and stuff like that. And if I'm going to be having wheel bearing problems, of all problems, I might be searching for a different car. Because, yeah, the whole reason this car was for reliability. And if this car's not going to be reliable for me in the future, I'm not going to waste any more time with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll have a couple other videos I'll do this weekend and upload throughout the week. I'm going to do a how to drive paddle shifters in the Honda Accord video, because I had a viewer asking for that. That was actually a video I was going to do at some point late last year, but I didn't think anybody would want to watch it. But apparently there's people watching that. I guess people want to learn more about the paddle shifters on this car and how they work with the CVT, what the limits are. And I've tested the limits of it. It's a pretty foolproof transmission. You can't really break it. You're not going to hurt your engine unless you're like really just going nuts and you overheated, or you just hold it at rev line for like an hour. So it's pretty foolproof. You can't really hurt it. But I'll make a video about that. And I also want to make a car detailing video, because I want to detail this car. I haven't ever polished it, waxed it, clay barred it, or anything. And obviously, some of you may be thinking to yourself this whole video, why is your car so damn dirty? It's dirty. I'm just kind of lazy. I don't like washing this car. Why do you think I got it in white? I used to have a black car. I actually had 3 black cars, and I had a silver car. And I do like black cars, but I didn't want to wash it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found something useful in this video. I know I didn't find the problem, but I don't want to break too far into this and have it, avoided warranty or anything like that. Going past these brakes like that, I don't think they'll care, because let's be honest here, you change brakes often on cars, and probably before warranty period's up. But yeah, we'll take this to the Honda dealer. I'll keep everybody updated. I know people are wondering what's going on with this, and other people are having issues. My brother included. He's got a 2016 Sport that's making the same noises. Many viewers have been asking me and direct messaging me on Instagram saying, they have the same issue. They might have just bought a used Honda or a new one and started to make the noise. They're wondering if I ever got to solve the issue, but nothing yet. It looks like the wheel bearings. I really am putting all my cars on wheel bearings at this point. But if you guys like the channel, please go down and subscribe. Write me a comment. What do you think? What do you think the issue is? How would you like the video? You want more like this? Because I am mechanically inclined, so I can do videos like this. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and it's a great weekend. Perfectly blue skies. Have a great day, everybody.